Hello and welcome back to Greg Way Enterprises Week 17. Today we're going to be discussing three topics. The most important word to use in sales, Selling 101, the basics, and when to walk. In essence, when to walk away from a sale. Let's start with the most important words we can use in sales. I like to use certain key words when I'm selling something, and I always like to start with the word safe. I want people to know that they're not only in a safe environment, but they're in a safe transaction. Whether they're using a credit card, whether they're paying by cash, whether they're buying something that's going to be safe and not backfire and hurt them, I like to use the word safe in my sentences whenever I can. Also, the word no risk. No risk is really, really important. People want to know that, in essence, you're not going to have any risk when they're buying something from you. Also, the word proven. So they know that you're not doing something that's an experiment, that you're doing something that's a proven theory. Also, something that's easy, something that's very easy for them to go through. Also, I love to use the word free. If I can give away something free, whether it's my time, services, product, whatever it may be, I actually really do that, and I always use the word free. I like to use the word cheap, and when I say cheap, I like to say it several times. It's cheap, cheap, cheap. We like to keep it cheap. They love something that's cheap. They love to have a deal on something that's cheap. Exclusive. If I can offer them something that's exclusive only to them, or exclusive for a limited amount of time, that's a key word. It's like if you call somebody by their first name, it triggers something in their brain and they say, oh man, and they pay attention. They're more engaged with you. I like to use the word thank you. Now, I was in the military, so not everybody says yes ma'am, yes sir, I do, which they love, and which that's genuinely how I am and how I feel. But if that's in your nature, that's also a phenomenal set of words, yes ma'am, yes sir. But remember to say the word thank you. Quick. We want to use the word quick or fast. They want to know that indeed it's going to be done and it's going to be seamless and they're not going to spend the entire day or a long time. If I go to an appointment, I know it's going to take too long, I'll say, you know what? It's going to take 5 minutes, it's going to take 10 minutes, it's going to take 15 minutes, or if not, it's absolutely free. And I honor that. And I watch. I'm a time miser. I watch exactly, and that clock in my head is going, and I'm watching religiously. I'm watching that time to make sure I don't go over, and then I make sure to tell the client, I did it quick, and I promised you that, and out of respect for you. Value. We want to show value. It's extremely important that people know that they have value, that they're getting value, that they're not just buying something that's going to be garbage. Guarantee. If there's a guarantee at all, we want to make sure there's a guarantee with the product. The guarantee is pointed out. If you don't have a guarantee with the product, it's really helpful if you'll say to them, I guarantee you my services. I guarantee you that if you ever need me, I will be there to help you. Also, the word verify, or now politically correct, is the word transparent. Whenever I do something, I let people know, you can verify this, it's very transparent. So in essence, let's go back through these. Let's use the word safe, no risk, proven, easy, free, cheap, exclusive, thank you, yes ma'am, yes sir, if it fits within your personality, quick, value, guarantee or guaranteed, and verify, or perhaps the word transparent. If you will do these things, and if you will practice over and over and over in your sales presentations over a period of weeks and months and years, it'll just become second nature to use these words. And when you use these words, I want you to really honor them. Don't say it's going to be free or cheap or exclusive or proven or safe or quick or have value or guaranteed or you can verify or it's transparent or it's easy or any of those things if you can't do it. Let's move on to number 2. Selling 101, the basics. Let's remember, in a sales process, the most important thing you're selling is yourself. Number 2, let's listen to what they have to say. Let's know your market. Let's make sure you're selling to the individual that has the money, the time, the resources to be able to buy what you're selling. Let's have product knowledge. There's nothing worse than going somewhere, whether you're buying a camera, whether you're buying a car, whether you're buying a suit of clothes, no matter what it is, and the salesperson doesn't have a clue, and you have to say, let me speak with your manager. I get very frustrated with that, but oftentimes when I go and there's a younger individual or younger people, the first thing I say is, let me work with your manager. In all due respect, because I don't have the time to take all day and deal with somebody that doesn't really have a clue what they're doing. Let's have product knowledge. Let's understand the buyer's motivation. Let's understand really what makes them tick. Let's read them as an individual. Let's watch for those nonverbal cues. Let's watch for those psychological quirks, and let's make sure that we're dealing with an individual that we understand, and if we understand what motivates them, we can dig deeper and we can create a strategy that's going to help them buy. Let's keep it simple. Super important to keep it simple. There's nothing worse than somebody that goes on and on and on and on and on and drags it forever, and they're so confused at the end they don't have a clue what you're talking about. Let's keep it simple so they're not frustrated with you, you don't waste their time, and so that they can really internalize and understand the information and make a decision. And let's remember that you're selling to a person. You're selling to a human being that has emotions, that has an agenda, a human being that has a budget, a human being that has needs and wants, but has certain criteria that you need to meet. Let's not just talk to them as if they're a robot. Let's take the time to bring it down a level. Let's connect with them. Let's stay focused as we're connecting with them. Let's stay laser focused. And then I want you to close when you're at an emotional high. When you are at a total high and you've peaked, bam, you close them. You finish them right then. Let's review. You sell yourself. Let's listen to the prospect. Let's know your market so you're talking to the right person, that you're talking to the decision maker. Don't take all day talking to someone that isn't the decision maker. Let's have product knowledge. Let's understand their motivation. Let's keep it simple. Let's stay on their level. Let's stay on their level. Remember, you're selling to a person, and let's stay focused at all times, and you close them when they're at an emotional high. You go in and boom, you finish the deal. You close them, you paper it up, you do it. Let's know when to walk away. There's nothing worse than somebody that's going to say, in my business in sales, maybe, maybe not. They can't give you a yes, they can't give you a no. That's the biggest injustice to a salesperson that can be done when you have a prospect that can't give you a yes or a no. Try to figure out, give them plenty of opportunity, but don't let them waste your time when you could be spending that time with someone that's going to give you a yes. Don't walk away too soon, but look for certain things, and here's what they are. If they don't show up for appointments, if they don't return your phone call, if they don't return your text messages, if they appear to be too needy, if they want this and this and this, and they have all these unreasonable requests, and honestly, you know that you can't fulfill those requests. If they act like they're not happy to see you when you arrive, try to read them, see if there's that sparkle in their eyes, see if they're happy. If there's a personality conflict, if you know that, man, down the road you just don't want to deal with them, or inside, if that little voice ever says to you, man, I hope this individual doesn't buy, then you know it's time to walk. If you sense that they're going to be a troublemaker, you don't want to have a troublemaker. Over the course of my career, I've ran into a handful of people. There's been occasions where I ran into people that have all of these, show all of these different aspects, and I know right off the bat, you know what, it's just really not worth my time, and the next guy is going to be totally opposite. So let's review. If they don't show up for, let's say, 2 or 3 appointments, maybe send them a text, but don't continue to chase them. Don't waste your time and your gas. If they don't return your phone calls, your text messages, if you can see that you've sent them a message and they don't, and you can see where they've read it on an Apple phone and they don't respond, those are clues. If they appear to be too needy, you don't want to deal with someone that's needy. that constantly needs things, and especially things that are unreasonable, those unreasonable requests, or those things out of the limits or the boundaries of your contract or your agreement. Because you're going to have to go back, you're going to have to honor that. But if you have a good contract or an agreement, you can say, I fulfilled and done everything I told you that I would do, and that's what you're bound to. If there's a personality conflict or if they're going to be a troublemaker. Once again, I can assure you that if you will study these videos, if you will go over them again and again, if you will take notes, if you will practice, especially on those key words this week, on those key words, the free, the cheap, the quick, the value, the safe, the no risk, the guarantee, the verify, the easy, all those basics that should come to you at a moment's notice, that you're going to continue to progress. On the basics, if you will go through the basics and if you'll understand that you're dealing with people and to sell yourself and to listen to them and to be honest in your dealings and to let them know that you're there for them and to deal with people that genuinely have an interest in buying. And if you will have product knowledge, that's so important. You've been out there, you've seen what happens when they don't have a clue what they're selling. Don't let that be you. Have product knowledge. And if you know when to walk away so that you don't waste your time. I hope you folks will share these videos on social media, that you'll hit the subscribe button, that perhaps a notification bell, that you will make sure to let all of your friends and family and associates know that we're here to help them and to train them and to teach them. Remember, every Monday by 5 o'clock Mountain Standard Time, we're going to have a new video posted. I want you to stay focused, review, make sure you understand, stay relentless, go out and get that sale. Remember, you close them. You don't take no for an answer. You get in there and you get it done. I look forward to talking to you again next week. Have a great week. Goodbye.